Level 1. The Grassroots Trainee. You are 14 years old. You stand on the edge of a municipal pitch in the pouring rain. The grass is mostly mud. The mud is freezing. You wear an oversized black referee jersey you bought online. It is 2 sizes too big. It smells like damp polyester and cheap detergent. In your right hand is a plastic Fox 40 classic whistle. It is attached to a cheap lanyard wrapped around your wrist. Your fingers are shaking. You tell yourself it is just the cold. It is not just the cold. You are about to referee an under-1-1 boys match. The players are 10 years old. You are barely older. You step onto the pitch. The mud sucks at your cleats. You check the nets. You check the match ball. It is underinflated and waterlogged. You blow the whistle to start the game. It sounds weak. A shrill, pathetic chirp. The game starts. It is pure chaos. 22 kids chasing a ball in a muddy swarm. You try to keep up, your lungs burn. Your boots feel like they weigh 10 pounds each. You see a trip, you call a foul. You blow the whistle louder this time. The game stops. And then the yelling begins. Not from the kids, from the sidelines. A father in a folding chair stands up. His face is purple. He screams that you are blind. He screams that you don't know the rules. He is a 4-5-year-old man. He is verbally abusing a teenager over a Sunday league children's game. You freeze. Your heart hammers against your ribs. You don't know where to look. The IFAB rulebook didn't prepare you for a grown man spit shouting at you. You look at your assistant referees. They are club volunteers. One is a substitute player holding a neon bib. The other is a mother looking at her phone. They offer absolutely no help. You restart play. Your hands stay trembling for the next 40 minutes. You miss a blatant offside call. You know you missed it. The entire sideline lets you know you missed it. They call you names. They question your intelligence. They question your eyesight. You swallow the lump in your throat. You look at your digital watch. 12 minutes left. It feels like 12 hours. The final whistle blows. You don't wait to shake hands. You walk straight to your bicycle, locked to the chain link fence. You are soaked. You are shivering. The league organizer walks over and hands you a crumpled $20 bill. You look at the money. You look at the thick mud caked on your boots. You do the math. You just endured an hour of intense public humiliation for $20. Your friends are at home playing video games. They are warm. You are standing in a freezing parking lot holding a soggy piece of paper. You tell yourself you will never do this again. You put the Fox 40 inches your bag. You ride home in the rain. Your mother asks how it went. You say it was fine. You lie. You go to your room. You look at the black jersey. You hate it. You hate the parents. You hate the cold. But a week later, you get an email with a new match assignment. You reply to the email. You say yes. You don't know why. You just say yes. Level 2. The Amateur District Arbitrator. You are 19 now. You survived the youth leagues. You passed your regional exams. You are officially a district-level official. You are no longer dealing with screaming parents. You are dealing with angry men. It is Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. The air smells like wet grass and stale beer. This is the local men's amateur league. The players are plumbers, accountants, and mechanics. They work 40 hours a week in jobs they hate. They take out their life frustrations on the pitch. They are heavy, they are aggressive, most of them are severely hungover. You are running the touchline. You are the assistant referee today. You hold a checkered nylon flag. The Velcro grip is scratchy against your freezing palm. The rain is blowing sideways. You are soaked to the bone. Your standard issue black shorts cling to your legs. Your boots are caked in wet white chalk from the sideline. You sidestep back and forth for 90 minutes. Your calves burn. A through ball is played. The striker is a half step offside. It is a razor-thin margin. You snap the flag straight up. The center referee blows his whistle. The goal is disallowed. The striker turns. He is 6'2". He weighs 220 pounds. He sprints directly at you. He doesn't slow down until he is 2 inches from your face. His breath smells like cheap lager and nicotine. He spits when he yells. The spit hits your cheek. You don't wipe it off. You can't. Showing weakness here is dangerous. He calls you a cheat. He tells you he knows what car you drive. He tells you he will be waiting by your Honda in the parking lot. There is no security. There are no cameras. There is no stadium tunnel to hide in. There is just you, a soggy municipal pitch, and a rusted chain link fence. You hold the flag high. You do not lower it. You lock your jaw. Your heart rate hits 160 beats per minute. You can hear the blood rushing in your ears. The center referee finally jogs over. He pulls a yellow card from his breast pocket. It is a thin, laminated piece of neon plastic. In the face of a genuine physical threat, the plastic feels entirely useless. The match finally ends. You do not walk to your car alone. You wait in the center circle. You walk out with the referee crew. You pack your wet gear into your trunk. You throw your waterproof ride-on match cards onto the passenger seat. You lock the doors immediately. You pull out of the dirt lot. You check your rearview mirror. You check it 3 times before you reach the highway. The match fee was $50. You spent $20 on gas and a post-match meal. You risked physical assault for a net profit of $30. You sit in traffic. You wonder what is wrong with you. You wonder why you tolerate the abuse. You don't have a logical answer, but when you get home, you immediately wash your kit. You hang it to dry over the radiator. You scrub the chalk off your boots. You start packing your bag for next weekend. The addiction to the authority is taking root. You are starting to need the whistle. Level 3. The semi-pro regional official. You are 24. You have climbed the regional ladder. You are now officiating semi-professional matches. The stadiums have small concrete stands. There are 800 fans. They pay for tickets. That financial transaction makes them feel entitled to completely destroy you. Your physical training is no longer optional. It is clinical. It is a Tuesday night at a regional athletic facility. You are taking the yo-yo intermittent recovery test. The required standard is level 18.2. You stand on the synthetic turf under harsh floodlights. A loudspeaker chirps. Beep, you sprint 20 meters. Beep, you sprint back. The intervals get shorter. The pace gets brutal. Your lactic acid spikes. Your vision blurs. You wear a polar heart rate monitor strapped tight across your chest. It reads 188 beats per minute. If you miss a beep, you fail. If you fail, you lose your match assignments for a month. You do not fail. You beat the final beep. You collapse onto the track, tasting copper in the back of your throat. Saturday afternoon, a crucial promotion clash. The play is fast. The tackles are vicious. These players earn win bonuses. Their monthly rent often depends on securing 3 points. You are the center referee. You wear a tailored Nike professional kit. You have an electronic communication earpiece taped firmly inside your ear. It connects you to your assistants. You hear their heavy breathing over the radio frequencies. A center back lunges into a late tackle, studs exposed. Above the ankle, you sprint 30 yards in 4 seconds. You blow your whistle 3 sharp times. You reach directly into your back pocket. You pull the red card. You hold it high. You do not blink. The technical area explodes. The home manager is a former professional player. He storms to the very edge of his painted box. You jog over to him. He screams inches from your face. The veins in his neck bulge. He threatens your career. He questions your integrity. He implies you are being paid off by the away side. You stand perfectly still. You hold your hands firmly behind your back. You speak in a low, controlled, clinical monotone. You are managing a grown man having a violent tantrum. There is an older man in the stands, sitting completely alone. He holds a clipboard. He is the referee assessor. He grades your every movement. A score of 8.4 keeps you on the promotion list. A score of 7.9 means your season is effectively over. You feel his eyes burning into the back of your neck. You stop refereeing the game for the players. You start refereeing for the clipboard. Paranoia takes root. You go out for drinks with college friends that night. You sit in a crowded booth. They complain about their entry-level corporate jobs. They talk about spreadsheets and passive-aggressive emails. You cannot relate. 4 hours ago, you ruined a man's livelihood and controlled the volatile emotions of 1,000 screaming strangers. Your friend interrupts you mid-sentence. You feel a sudden, intense flash of anger. You instinctively want to reach into your pocket. You want to blow a whistle and issue a sanction. You realize you are starting to view every normal human interaction as a disciplinary conflict to be managed. You leave the bar early. You go home alone to ice your knees. You sit in the dark. You watch match footage on your laptop until 3:00 a.m. You pause and rewind to evaluate your own positioning. You are becoming obsessed. The obsession is isolating. You prefer the video screen to human company. Level 4. The Football League Assistant Referee. You are 28. You have made it to the professional tiers. You are running the touchline in a stadium of 15,000 people. The noise is no longer just sound. It is a physical weight pressing against your chest. You grip an electronic flag. The handle is thick and heavy. It houses a radio transmitter. When you press the button, the center referee's wrist receiver vibrates instantly. You smell deep heat, freshly cut wet grass, and the stale beer spilled in the front row. A long ball is played over the top. A striker breaks the defensive line. You sprint sideways. You must keep your shoulders perfectly square to the pitch. If your head turns, your viewing angle breaks. If your angle breaks, your career breaks. The margin is millimeters. It is a hyper-precision offside call. Human eyes are not biologically built to process two moving objects in opposite directions at 20 miles per hour. You make the calculation in a fraction of a second. You keep the flag down. The striker shoots. Goal. The stadium erupts. Half in ecstasy, half in pure, concentrated hatred. The away end turns their attention directly to you. 7,000 people scream at you simultaneously. They throw things, coins, half-full plastic cups. A lighter bounces off the turf near your boot. You do not flinch. You stand perfectly still on the touchline. Your face is a stone mask. Inside, your stomach drops. You look up at the stadium's massive digital screen. The broadcast television replay is playing. 12 camera angles dissect your split-second decision. The production crew freezes the frame. They draw a digital yellow line across the grass. You were right. By exactly 2 inches. Nobody apologizes. The coins keep falling. You return to a sterile Marriott hotel room that night. The match fee is a direct deposit of $400. You sit on the edge of the bed in total silence. Your ears ring from the crowd noise. You open Twitter. Your name is trending locally. Strangers are posting screenshots of your face. They are mocking your appearance. They are wishing you physical harm over a game of football. Your phone buzzes. It is your mother. She wants to know if you are coming to Sunday dinner. You decline the call. You cannot sit in a warm kitchen and explain this pressure to people who work normal jobs. You cannot explain why you let 15,000 people abuse you for a living. The distance between you and your family widens. You lock the hotel door. You pull the blackout curtains. You stare at the ceiling and wait for the assessor's report. Level 5. The Top Flight Center Referee. You are 33. You have reached the pinnacle of domestic football. You stand in the concrete tunnel of an 80,000-seat stadium. Television cameras are 2 feet from your face. The red tally light blinks. You stare straight ahead. You wear a custom-fitted referee kit. A FIFA crest is stitched over your heart. You hold your Fox 40 whistle. It weighs an ounce. It feels like it weighs 100 pounds. You walk out. The noise hits you like a physical shockwave. Millions of people are watching live in 190 countries. You blow the whistle. The game begins. You are no longer just enforcing rules. You are managing millionaires. These men earn your annual salary in 4 days. Their egos are massive. Their temper tantrums are global news. A world-class striker goes down in the penalty area. He dives. You see the clear daylight between his boot and the defender's leg. You blow the whistle. You sprint toward him. You reach into your breast pocket. You pull the yellow card for simulation. He stands up. He screams in your face. He is an international idol. He curses at you in 2 different languages. You do not step back. You do not blink. You write his jersey number on the back of the card with a permanent marker. You manage his rage with cold, clinical silence. The match ends. You walk down the tunnel. You check your phone in the sterile dressing room. That is a fatal mistake. The losing manager criticized you in the post-match press conference. He explicitly questioned your integrity. A digital mob is unleashed. You have 4,000 new messages on social media. Most of them are detailed death threats. They tag your home address. They name your partner. They post photos of your local grocery store to prove they know your routine. Your base retainer is 6 figures. Your match fee is $1, 500. The money is finally life-changing, but your life is shrinking. You hire private security to watch your house for the weekend. The league pays for it. This is standard protocol now. Your partner tells you she cannot live like this. She hates the locked doors. She hates the paranoia. She hates that you cannot go out to dinner without a stranger filming you from the next table. You try to explain that you are just doing a job. She tells you it is a sickness. She leaves. You do not fight it. You move into a high-rise corporate apartment. You sit alone on a leather sofa in the dark. You watch sports analysis shows tear your physical appearance and character apart on live television. You are famous, but you are universally hated. You are an instrument of the game. Instruments do not need relationships. You silence your phone. You open your laptop. You study your positioning data from the 74th minute. Level 6. The VAR specialist. You are 36. You are no longer on the grass. You are locked in a windowless replay hub miles away from the stadium. The walls are soundproof. The air conditioning hums continuously. You sit in an ergonomic black mesh chair staring at 6 high-definition monitors. You are a video assistant referee. You wear a heavy broadcast headset. The live match audio pipes directly into your brain. You hear the crowd roaring on a 2-second delay. You smell ozone and stale machine-brewed coffee. You haven't smelled freshly cut grass during a match in 2 years. A striker scores in the 89th minute. It is a Champions League qualification match. The goal is worth $50 million in broadcast revenue to the club. The center referee pauses the restart. He touches his earpiece. He waits for your voice. You lean forward. You instruct the technical replay operator next to you. Scrub back, frame by frame. Stop. You select the exact frame the ball leaves the passer's boot. You map the digital grid onto the pitch. You drop a blue line on the defender's trailing heel. You drop a red line on the striker's leaning shoulder. The lines converge. They overlap. It is a margin of 1 single millimeter of pixelated color. You press the talk button. You speak into the microphone in a dead, flat tone. Check complete. Offside. You watch the live feed. You watch the stadium plunge into absolute despair. You watch the striker bury his face in his hands. You just destroyed a season with a mouse click. Your heart does not race. Your hands do not shake. You feel absolutely nothing. The match ends. You take off the headset. The silence in the replay hub is deafening. You drive home on an empty highway. You listen to late-night sports talk radio. Pundits spend 3 hours analyzing your red and blue lines. They call you a robot. They say you are killing the soul of the sport. You pull into your quiet driveway. You realize they are right. You do not see football anymore. You see geometry. You see vectors, frame rates, and overlapping pixels. You unlock your empty, pristine apartment. You pour a glass of tap water. You stare at the blank wall of your kitchen. The game you loved as a child is completely dead to you. You are paid exceptionally well to be its digital executioner. Level 7, the FIFA International Elite. You are 40. You have the white FIFA badge stitched to your chest. You stand in the tunnel at a World Cup quarterfinal. The air conditioning battles the sweltering heat. 2 nations with a century of real-world bloodshed are about to play 90 minutes of football. You are the only thing keeping it from turning into a riot. You walk out. The stadium holds 90,000 people. The global broadcast reaches 1 billion. You walk shoulder to shoulder with global icons. You know their faces from billboards. You know their temperaments from hours of psychological profiling provided by the referee committee. The anthem plays. The cameras pan across the lineup. You do not feel the majesty of the moment. You feel the crushing, geopolitical weight of a single mistake. The match is brutal. The tackles are calculated and malicious. In the 42nd minute, a late challenge sparks a mass confrontation. 22 men pushing, grabbing throats, screaming in different languages. You step directly into the epicenter of the violence. You do not shout, you do not touch them, you blow the Fox 40 whistle with a concussive blast. You switch effortlessly between Spanish, English, and French. You isolate the aggressors. You read their body language. You pull a straight red card. You manage a borderline international incident in real time, operating at a heart rate of 170 beats per minute. The match ends. You do not leave the stadium in a bus. You are escorted to your transport by armed military police. You stay in a five-star suite in Doha or Berlin or Rio. The luxury is absolute. The isolation is absolute. You order room service. You eat a $100 steak alone in a white bathrobe. You sweep your hotel room for listening devices. It is not paranoia. It is protocol. Illegal global gambling syndicates want your inside information. Blackmailers want leverage. You trust absolutely no one. You do not speak to the press. You do not speak to the hotel staff. You do not even speak freely to your own assistant referees over the Vocaro headsets, knowing the audio is recorded and archived by the governing body. You open your phone. You have no messages from old friends. They stopped trying years ago. Your entire contact list consists of other elite referees, fitness coaches, and committee bureaucrats. You are at the absolute apex of the sporting world. You are a ghost moving through airports and stadiums. You have never been more successful. You have never been more hollow. Level 8. The technical assessor. You are 50. Your knees are gone. You have zero cartilage left in your left joint. You cannot run. You traded your physical health for a FIFA badge. Now, you sit in the stands. You wear a heavy wool overcoat. You hold an encrypted digital tablet. You are a technical assessor. You watch a 26-year-old center referee. He is terrified. He is sweating through his kit. He misses a tactical foul in the 63rd minute. You tap the glass screen. You lower his match control score from an 8.2 to a 7.8. You just derailed his promotion to the top tier. You do not feel bad. You do not feel anything. It is just a data point. You fly to Nyon. You fly to Zurich. You sit in mahogany boardrooms. The air is sterile and smells like expensive espresso. You wear a tailored suit. You navigate the brutal political bureaucracy of the global governing bodies. You sit across from television executives. You sit across from billionaire club owners. They have never blown a whistle in their lives. They dictate the laws of the game based purely on broadcast revenue and algorithmic engagement. You nod. You take notes. You are a corporate politician now. A high-profile referee makes a catastrophic error in a cup final. The media demands blood. The referee calls your personal phone. He is having a panic attack. He says his family is receiving bomb threats. He begs for public support from the committee. He begs you to release the VAR audio to clear his name. You speak in a slow, corporate monotone. You tell him it is a matter of internal protocol. You tell him to lock his doors and wait for the news cycle to pass. You hang up. You draft a press release suspending him indefinitely. You sacrifice him to protect the brand. You pour an expensive scotch. You sit in a luxury hotel bar. You realize you have become the exact monster you despised when you were on the pitch. You are the man with the clipboard. You have power. Real, systemic power. You control the international selection list. You decide who goes to the World Cup. You decide whose career dies quietly in the lower divisions. It is a completely lonely power. The active referees fear you. They smile at you in the hotel lobby. They buy you drinks. They call you boss. They hate you behind your back. You know they hate you. You remember hating your assessors. You do not care. You evaluate their hatred. You grade their fake smiles on a 10-point scale. You are dead inside. Level 9. The retired arbitrator. You are 62. You are officially retired. You have the commemorative plaque. You have the FIFA pension. You have nothing else. You wake up at 5:00 a.m. You do not need to wake up. Your body just does it. You swing your legs over the edge of the mattress. Your knees grind. The sound is loud in the empty bedroom. You have zero cartilage left in either joint. Decades of sudden lateral sprints and abrupt stops on wet grass tore it all away. You walk to the bathroom. You limp. You will limp for the rest of your natural life. The house is perfectly quiet. But your ears are not. You suffer from severe chronic tinnitus. It is a permanent, high-pitched, mechanical whine. It is the accumulated ghost of 40, 000 concussive blasts from a Fox 40 whistle. It never stops. You sleep with a white noise machine. It barely helps. You sit in a leather recliner. You turn on the television. A Premier League match is playing. You watch for exactly 4 minutes. You turn it off. The sport brings you absolutely zero joy. You cannot watch a game like a normal human being. You cannot appreciate a perfectly weighted through ball. You only see the missed tactical fouls. You only see the center referee's poor diagonal running lines. You only see the stress. You walk to your local supermarket. You wear a plain gray sweater. You keep your head down. A man in the produce aisle recognizes you. He is in his 50s. He leaves his shopping cart. He approaches you. He tells you he still remembers the red card you gave his club's captain 14 years ago in a cup semifinal. 14 years ago. He is genuinely, viscerally angry. You do not argue. You nod politely. You leave your basket on the floor. You walk out of the store without your groceries. You return to your house. You lock the deadbolt. You are hated by millions of people you have never met. They do not know your middle name. They do not know your favorite book. They only know your face from a television screen, ruining their weekend. Your phone does not ring. The committee stopped calling 3 years ago. The younger active referees do not ask for your advice. You are obsolete. You are a relic of a slower era before automated offsides and connected microchip matchballs. You open a heavy oak drawer in your study. You look at a velvet box. Inside are your medals. World Cups, Champions League finals, domestic cups. They are just pieces of colored ribbon and stamped metal. You traded your physical mobility for them. You traded your marriage for them. You traded your peace of mind for them. You close the drawer. You sit in the silence. The ringing in your ears spikes. You realize you spent your entire life strictly enforcing the rules of a game. You forgot to actually live a life. Level 10, the Phantom Legend. You are a ghost. You walk into a damp municipal community center on a rainy Tuesday night. You wear a plain beige trench coat. No one looks at you. No one recognizes the face that used to make 90,000 people stop breathing. You sit on a cheap plastic folding chair in the back of a gymnasium. Under humming fluorescent lights, 20 teenagers sit at folding tables. They are taking their introductory referee course. An aging instructor stands at the front. He is drawing diagrams on a whiteboard. He is talking about the laws of the game. He talks about authority. He talks about managing the pitch. He talks about respect. You look at a 15-year-old boy sitting in the front row. He is holding a brand new, out-of-the-box Fox 40 classic whistle. He is spinning the black lanyard around his index finger. His eyes are wide. He is nervous. He is deeply hopeful. He thinks he is about to become a figure of respect. He thinks the whistle gives him control. You want to stand up. You want to walk down the center aisle. You want to grab him by the shoulders. You want to tell him the terrifying truth. You want to tell him the whistle is not an instrument of authority. It is a fuse. You want to tell him that every time he blows it, a piece of his normal life will burn away. It will burn down his weekends. It will burn down his friendships. It will destroy his romantic relationships. It will shred the cartilage in his knees. It will leave him sitting completely alone in a silent house with ringing ears, hated by millions of people he has never met. You look at the boy. You look at the small piece of plastic in his hand. You do not say a single word. The truth would not stop him. The truth never stops them. He wants the power. He wants to be part of the game. He has absolutely no idea what he is signing up for. He has no idea what the game will extract from his soul. He will figure it out. They always do. The cycle continues.